Welcome to the mystery. Maybe you do not know. I am Maria. Wish you a good day. 10 archaeological mysteries have not solved. People are always curious about things of history, but there are many mysteries from ancient times that have not been solved, waiting for the scientists to discover. 1. Paraca candle lamp. Geoglyph is a giant figure on the ground. The most famous of these are the Nazca lines in the desert of Peru. However, not far, about 200 kilometers, from the Nazca Plains, there is even a more mysterious geoglyph. Paraca candle symbol was discovered on the hillside in Pisco Bay, eastern Peru. This is a geoglyph with a width of up to 180 meters. Although located very close to the Nazca line, they are not, however, created by the Nazca people. The ancient pottery discovered here dating from 200 BC, most likely this drawing comes from the Paraca culture. Local people see the Paraca candle lamp as a staff rod of the ancient god of creation Viracocha. But many others propose a more realistic idea. This image is located on a hill, angular and large enough to be visible from a distance of 20 kilometers from the coast, so this is a landmark for sailors. 1. White horse symbol Uffington. The 114 feet long Uffington symbol stands on a hill near Uffington, a small village in Oxfordshire, England. It was created by digging deep ditches and filling with crushed chalk. This image looks like the pictures depicting the Bronze Age bronze coins. Nearby are the Neolithic burial mounds, which were reused until the Saxon period. This makes some people think that the white horse image is not as ancient as previously thought. In the Travel Journal, in 1677, Thomas Baskerville was the first to record a horse kept in good condition by locals. According to legend, this is the place where St. George helped them eradicate a cruel dragon, blood flowing into a dragon, making grass impossible to grow. So far, the true origin of the Uffington white horse symbol remains a mystery, waiting to be discovered by scientists. 3. The ancient book Labyrinthus Zagrabiensis. Latin is also called Linen Book of Zagreb. This is the longest text written in Etruscan, a language of great influence in the world, but lost when Latin appeared. Only a handful of ancient documents mention it, and much of the book has not yet been translated. From what can be gathered from the book, it is thought that this is a ritual calendar, originally thought to be a book on burial rites. Surprisingly, this ancient document still exists today even though it dates back to the 3rd century BC. The material of the book is made of linen, which is used to cover ancient Egyptian mummies. 4. Painting on stone. Many ancient cultures in the United States still contain countless secrets, and one way to decipher them is to study stone paintings. The area near the Tacos River in Texas has many ancient paintings, including White Shaman. Is considered the oldest and is related to an ancient religion has disappeared. The picture is about 7 meters long, dating back 4,000 years. There is much debate about the meaning surrounding this stone painting. Most archaeologists claim that the artwork depicts 5 characters in battle or a ritual in battle, yet others believe they are communicating with the spiritual world. 5. Sage armor lines. Anyone who is impressed with the Nazca lines and the Paraca candles in Peru should learn more about the sage armor lines in Bolivia. Sage armor consists of thousands to tens of thousands of different lines ranging from 1 to 3 meters wide and up to 18 kilometers in length. The area covers nearly 7.5 square kilometers, 15 times larger than the famous Nazca line. There are very few studies of sage armor lines, and their scale-up process is difficult. Recently, with the help of satellite images, people began to study more thoroughly about them. Although running through many rough terrain and natural obstacles, the lines are still strangely straight. There are no records related to sage armor, they are probably prehistoric, built by countless generations. The purpose of creating the lines coming on is still a mystery. They may be indications, places of burial, or astronomical meanings. 6. The letter on the clay tablet Tartaria. 3 small clay tablets found in a Romanian village may be the earliest form of writing ever discovered. Most archaeologists have argued that the development of writing takes place independently in many parts of the world between 3500 and 3100 BC. The earliest example is a script made in the Sumerian culture in Mesopotamia. The words on the clay tablet Tartaria are older than the discovery of writing about 2000 years ago. In this case, the earliest written word belonged to the Vinca civilization, which lived throughout southeastern Europe between the years 5500 and 4500 BC. 7. Blithe sculpture. The giant Blithe sculpture is a collection of numerous geoglyphs, giant figures, found in the Colorado Desert near Blithe, California, USA. They depict images of animals, geometric shapes and giant figures. The largest is about 50 meters. The actual size of these engravings was first discovered in 1932 from the air. The pictures may have been created by Quechua or Mojave people in this area. Some of these paintings are more likely to represent important characters in the respective culture. For example, represent Mastamho Inca, 2 creative gods in the Mojave culture. There is very little information to confirm for sure about them. The mysteries of these giant carvings today are still a big question. 8. Death of Alexander the Great. Although Alexander the Great is one of the most famous figures in history, however, there are many mysteries surrounding his death. Historical records, after a night of feast, celebrate the glorious victory conquered India. Alexander the Great returned home in a state of soft intoxicated and started high fever. He was unconscious for 12 days and died. Most experts agree on the time and place when he died, June 10, 323 BC in Babylon. But the cause of his death is unclear. For a long time, Alexander was thought to have been poisoned by his generals, his wife or younger brother. It is certain that Alexander fell ill suddenly, spent 2 weeks in bed with a high fever and abdominal pain before death. There are other hypotheses that he has contracted typhoid or malaria. More mysterious, his death was foretold by the Chaldeans. They warned that if they entered Babylon he would lose his life. Not only that, an Indian philosopher named Calenus was with Alexander's army, before dying on his deathbed, telling Alexander that they would meet again in Babylon. 9. Minaret Tower. The Minaret Tower in Jammu of Afghanistan is an ancient and mysterious structure. The tower is 64 meters high and was built of brick in the 12th or 13th century. The Minaret Tower is a landmark marking the ancient land of Faruku, the capital of the Ghurid dynasty. The territory of this dynasty is now Afghanistan, eastern Iran, northern India and part of Pakistan. So far, the exact construction of the Minaret Tower still contains many mysteries that need further exploration. 10. Emerald Stone. The Emerald Stone is perhaps the most mysterious of the list, as it no longer exists as other artifacts. The first mention of emerald is in an Arabic book in the 6th to 8th century. The first Arabic translations suggested that the text originated in ancient Syria. Latin translation first appeared in the 12th century. This engraving is written on a blue or emerald stone plate, full description of 13 instructions. Explain the nature and origin of the universe as well as the role of humans in the combination of micro and macro elements. Specifically, it writes about methods of turning metal into gold as well as making immortal medicine immortal. However, so far it has more philosophical meaning, since no one has ever successfully metallized gold after reading them. Thank you for watching the video. Please like and subscribe to follow other videos. Goodbye and see you again.